Hi, my name is Kay Sutha. I am a business strategist and I will be your host. In this podcast, I'll be getting raw, real, and relentless whilst interviewing successful entrepreneurs from all over the world who specialize in different aspects of business. We'll cover the 5 main pillars of business, which are sales, marketing, finance, operations, and leadership, but not forgetting mindset, live and digital events, plus much, much more. You will gain insights, tips and tricks, and discover jaw-dropping actionable steps that you will be able to put in place for your business right away. Hi guys, I have an awesome person here with us today on our show. Her name is Abbie Nwaocha. She is a marketing coach and the lead educator at For Her Empire. Now, she has dropped out of college to start her own business. It took her 2 failed businesses to painfully learn how to build, manage, and grow a business. She got her first job as a marketing manager of a startup based in East Africa, despite having a 2.0 GPA, 0 experience, and the most subpar resume ever. She sold the startup her skills rather than her experience or her educational background. In Kenya's 2017 general election, Abbie worked as part of a marketing team to nominate and elect one of the members of the county assembly. In 2018 and 2019, she helped over 50 Christian authors from East Africa launch their first and second books. Abbie is a marketing chameleon that has worked with solopreneurs and small businesses in every field from publishing, real estate, politics, photographics, media, and e-commerce. She now uses all she's learned from her career to show us how to build a solid marketing strategy. I would like to welcome the fabulous Abbie Nwaocha to the show. Welcome.
I'm so like, pause there, was so cute.
I'm so excited for you to be here with us.
Hey, nice. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome.
Such an honor to be like, yeah.
So, Abbie, if you don't mind, I would love to go straight into this and find out, the magic that you do for people. So,
Yes.
Very first thing, before we can dive in really deep and get into the nitty-gritty, I would love for you to tell us, why did you get into business? Like, what were you doing before you even started your own business?
Yeah. So I think what got me into business was overconfidence and not the good kind.
Oh,
because I sucked at it, like the worst. I remember I was in college. I had like the worst GPA ever. I was so not in class, and so we had to do internships. And of course, I had the most basic CV that was just my name and my college in there, and nobody, of course, accepted me. So I had just walked into this company. I asked for just a small IT company. So I walked in there like I was a client, asked for the owner of the business, like I had an urgent thing with him. I was like, hi, I'm Nigerian. I'm good at this. I'm good at IT. I'm good at website design. I'm good at graphic design. Give me 1 week to handle like your marketing. Right. And if you don't like it, you can just kick me out. But I did an internship, and it's an IT internship, but I'll be doing marketing for you and IT on the side so that I can pass this. Surprisingly, I agreed. I think I intimidated him with like, give it to me. So, I know. I was like, oh, I am confident. I can do anything. Right. Started a business in graphic design, failed. And I was good at graphic design.
Oh, wow.
Started another business, failed. And I'm like, what the heck? So I figured, okay, I'm doing something wrong. So I started Googling the crap out of everything, taking tutorials, taking courses, but it was everywhere. I would learn automation one day, and the next day, how to create social media posts. Oh. I would learn something else. It was just high, low. And it sucked because there is nothing constant. And it was such a terrible way to learn how to grow a business on the fly and no structure. And it took me until 2017, I think, after like years of working with other business owners to learn how to do things, to realize yeah, this is why I failed. And so now that I know how this works, now that I know the structures, especially on marketing, I don't want women to like get all that crushed hope of two failed businesses and having to like pick up your humility to learn how to do a business.
Right. And you know what I love about what you just said is that you actually went into this company and you showed them, you proved to them what you could do. You didn't just tell them, right? Which holds so much more than people just talking, especially nowadays, right? Because in the industry, I feel that people feel like, they're so skeptical because there's so many promises that are being made, but they're not being fulfilled. So you actually going in and just telling them, you know what, give me a chance. I'll show you what I can do was amazing, right? And they must have what they've seen. So that's
awesome. I was scared him off as well. He was like the most timid boss ever. Like,
oh, really? Oh, wow. Awesome. So, Abbie, I heard something about you in the grapevine.
Tell me.
That you have this uncanny ability to just kind of look at someone's business, see where they're going wrong and going right in their, marketing strategies, and just be able to pinpoint and it just kind of, you see it straight away where they're going wrong and where you can make those corrections, right?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. I think after like learning in hard mode, at some point you just learn to look at a business and go, that's not gonna work out, especially in the marketing. And I know it's like ugh. And if your marketing is not going so well, whether you have experience or not, it boils down to what you're doing something wrong out of these three things. One, when you look at things from the client perspective, you're not seeing what the client is saying. You're not saying what they want you to say. Right. Two, when you look at things from the business perspective, from the business brand you think you're communicating is not what's really out there.
Okay.
And three, as a business owner, you're not acting like a business owner. You're acting like an employee. You're taking only the parts you're good at, the parts you like, and you've forgotten that a business, marketing especially, incorporates so many aspects. It takes away from sales, it takes away from finances, even from the legal point. Right. You're not acting as a business owner, you're acting as an employee. So these are the three things in which really hurts your business when it comes to marketing. So if you think your marketing sucks, look at one of these three things. It's likely there.
Yeah. Wow, okay, that was amazing. That was powerful 3 points there. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. And so, I mean, apart from you kind of experiencing and having, failed businesses, what really qualifies you as an expert in this field?
Yeah. So after I realized that if I was going to be a marketer, then Googling things to learn on the fly was not going to work. So right. I know it's not going to work. I was like, you know what? Let's just go to like an actual marketing institution this is their shit. Can I curse, by the way?
This is totally uncensored, so you curse away.
Yeah, so it's like, I need a marketing school that knows its shit. So, but then I was so overconfident. So CIM has level 3 foundation, level 4, I think professional, level 6, the actual professional, and level 7 postgraduate. So I jumped to level 6 immediately. I was like, I am not on the foundational side. And I passed it.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm actually CIM certified as a digital marketing expert. I've worked in the marketing field for over right now 6 years. I've worked with politicians to see things, because politicians are kind of like promising things. They're like the ultimate salespeople. Like, no offense to anyone listening to this, you're like the ultimate salespeople. So like, let's work with one of you.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about there, Abbie. I mean, I worked in politics as well, so it can be very tricky.
So it's like, I gotta learn how to like have the sweet words and like win you in. So I worked with a politician in a group for 2 years. Then I've been working with a Christian publishing company for the past 4 years. I've worked with photographers. I've worked with an advertising agency here in Kenya. I've worked with a startup. I was the marketing manager both in Kenya and in Uganda, my first ever job. Wow. Which was like, damn, you must have liked me a lot. Yeah, so I've worked in media as well. I've worked with online publications, online magazines, just to get like a very varied experience and see things from the senior level perspective down to the person working. That way I can understand how a business works. If you're going to do a marketing campaign, what does every single person contribute to making this campaign a success?
Right. Okay. So that's where your uncanny superpower comes from. You've seen so many other businesses do it and see the different strategies that they're doing, that you've actually learned those skills and now helping other people implement them as well, which is amazing.
Yeah, you are definitely a salesperson. Yeah.
So I would love for you to please teach one principle to our audience that they can relate to and immediately apply right now.
Yes. So you know how I talked about how if you're struggling in your marketing is one of these three things.
Right.
Now, the core of any business is the client. So now I'm going to teach you a skill on how to market to your client.
Awesome. Okay.
Now, yeah, come on, bring it up, bring it up. Yeah. Listening to this or watching this, get your pen and paper ready. Let's talk about clients. Now, I'm assuming that at this point you have a good idea of who your client is. If you're going to run ads on social media, who would you target? Or if you have a solution or a coaching package, who ideally would be the best person that has the disposable income to afford this, or they can get the money somehow without making your company look very shady and encouraging people to be in debt?
Yeah.
You don't want to be those scammy online marketers. Yeah. Yeah. So your clients must have the disposable income to afford what you're offering. So let's say you know who they are.
Okay.
The next thing you want to do is you need to know what exactly is the problem you're facing, the needs and challenge. And it's not the surface level of things. You have to get into the midst of what the problem is. Right. Now, let me give you an example. Say you're a life coach, a relationship coach, and you help people who have like a string of failed relationship. You cannot say the problem is commitment issues. That's too broad. Not to mention, nobody wants to be told they have commitment issues. It sounds, it's honestly, it sounds like you have it. I don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're analyzing the client's problem, don't put this heavy label on them. For your clients, it might be they've been in a string of failed relationships and now they're realizing that something is wrong. They want to be in a committed relationship. But every time something comes closer, they're like, oh. So either they're avoiding relationship, they're afraid of being hurt, they've been in past relationship that's abusive. That's the problem. You don't tell me you have commitment issues. Say I've been in a string of relationships that are not lasting. And I can see, hey, 3 months, 2 months, 1 week. Like you're seeing that. So first you need to know what the problem is. The second thing is you need to know what is the source of the problem. If you're a coach, especially for a life coach, this is good for you. So if, for example, using our example, you've seen your parents get a divorce and you're like, okay, so relationships can get this messy. That subconsciously turns you away from it. That was the source of the problem. You cannot tell somebody you have commitment issues from your parents' divorce. Sounds so terrible, by the way. You can tell them that. You can say you've been in a string of relationship and you're afraid of getting hurt because you've seen it happen to your parents. So that's a different thing. The third thing you want to know is how has this affected them? What tangible impact has this had on them? Don't just tell me that, oh, you have strong relationships. Yeah, but what if you're started in paranoia? Now your partner takes their phone, you're like, who's that? And you're constantly chasing them. You have anxiety, you're constantly worried, you have an eating disorder because you're trying to mold yourself into something to match what you think your partner would. When you look at the person, look at the business, depending on what you do, how has this literally affected them? That's the third thing you want to have in your marketing message. Now, this is the last part. What is the goal they want to accomplish? Well, if they're coming to you,
everybody wants to make money. That would be the goal, right? Making money.
Yeah. Yes, that's the goal. For some clients, they don't want a goal. They want a promise or a guarantee. They want something they can hold on to. So you need to know what's the goal, the promise or the guarantee I'm giving. Now, taking these 4 things, take a story. It might be a fictional person. Tell a story with all of this. That's your marketing message. Put it in your landing pages, in your social media. Tell the story of how you've taken taking a client's problem to this guarantee. And that marketing message your client wants from you.
That is amazing. Oh my God. It's like
I know.
you've taken this huge area of business marketing and you've really just shrunk it down and put it in a language that everyone understands. Everyone understands relationships, right?
Yes.
I love that kind of description and the terminology you used for that. So yeah, I mean, that will totally be helpful for everyone that's listening. Thank you so much for that, Abbie.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
my next question for you is, you've helped a lot of different clients. I know this myself. I've done a lot of research behind you and done this for many, many different people. So would you be able to tell me and the audience of a few recent success stories that you've had with your clients?
Yes. So I'm going to give you two success stories, two women. One is a relationship coach. Actually, the example I gave about commitment issues, that's actually from her business. Yeah. So Ashley, I know, and I figured let's have an actual story to tell with this.
Amazing.
That would make it make more sense. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So Ashley is a relationship coach for women in their 30s. Typically, most of our clients are late 30s, but she tends to present herself as a coaching relationship client people in their 30s. Now, her clients, if I were to use general word, I would say they have commitment issues. And that was what she was actually using. And I was like, would you really tell someone like, hi, Kay, I have commitment issues. Would you ever open your mouth and say that? No, nobody does that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has a good business. She has amazing coaching programs, but her marketing message was off. So she attended my recent, I have a monthly workshop. She attended the latest workshop. It's a half-day workshop. And then her problem was that her marketing message sucked. Like it was like the blandest thing ever in the world. I was like, really? I'm going to open my wallet for that. That's really. So, I get where she's coming from. Saying commitment issues can drop from different backgrounds that have relationship worries or issues. So that was good, but that wasn't working out. And she had been running ads, doing so many amazing things. So in the half-day workshop, we really nailed down her marketing message from the client perspective, from the business perspective, and from her being a shitty business owner and only focusing on that. I'm a good business coach, a good relationship coach. Yeah. But darling, you have a business to run. You have to be on social media. You have to have funnels. You have to maybe run ads. So as a business owner, you're acting like an employee for the company and not the owner of the business. So we had the half-day workshop and she was able to flesh out all of this and have an actual message that sounds awesome. Like, okay, I have short relationships. She knows what I'm talking about. She's promising me that after 6 months in the program, I'm going to love myself a lot more. I'm not going to worry about what I see in the mirror. I'm not going to feel inadequate. I'm going to have a partner and I will not project all my insecurities on them. And so it was such a great success for me to see her have a message that actually resonated with her audience. That's my first success story. The second one is actually a friend of mine, Patience. She's here in Kenya. Ashley is in Canada. So Patience, COVID happened, and so she was trying to get some money, like everyone else was in COVID. Yeah. And so she's good at sales and marketing. So she said start an agency. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, here in Kenya, almost everyone else started an agency online.
Okay, so, right.
Yeah, so it's like the competition was massive, which was ridiculous. And because even the person hiring you, this is his COVID backup plan, they did not have the money for it. And so, yeah, it sucked. Like COVID here was terrible. The economy is recovering right now. And so it was like, okay, yes, people are desperate to market their products after COVID. Most businesses sales like crashed. So people want marketers, but can you compete with people having low prices, people who can give you heaven and earth like a sweet talking politician and delivered like the most super results? I know you can't. So we started to look at other opportunities in the market. We realized this. Many people lost their jobs in the COVID pandemic. So why don't we target them instead? So she started offering trainings on CV writing, on interviews, on optimizing your LinkedIn. And that brought the money. Like a week after, she has like a good Facebook following, a personal profile, not a page. So she's like, I'm offering this training on Zoom. It's 5,000 shillings. Spots open to like 20 people to make it look like there's some scarcity involved. Yeah. She got 20 people.
Wow. What, in the space of what, a week?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, because she already had the audience, you know.
Wow.
She already had the audience, but she was selling them marketing agency. But people had lost their jobs. Yeah. What they wanted was a job.
Yes, right. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So just like that, you was able to just change her whole strategy.
Yeah, change
offerings.
Change what you're doing. Yeah.
Right, and actually give people what they needed right now, rather than her thinking this is what people needed when it wasn't actually true.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
The client wants something different.
Yes. And you know what? It's having that different perspective from an expert just like you going in and showing people, all right, it's not just about you and what you want and what kind of business you want to build. You've got to make sure your offerings are something that people need right now. And you spotted
exactly.
That, right?
Yes.
So that was freaking amazing. Wow. And in a week, she managed to get 20.
I know.
Clients. That is
crazy. Like, she has a massive audience. She wasn't even using it. Imagine having an audience of people who are in university with, or friends of friends who have lost their job. They're trying to find a job in like advertising agency. They don't care. Your audience is not for that.
If people wanted to get hold of you, and in fact, if they want additional free support, where can they go, Abbie?
Yeah. Okay. So if you want free support, the best place to be is on the website. I actually have an entire page of freebies where I have things like weekly planners that will help you with your productivity. I have a brand positioning template that will help you look at and position your business and create a statement that says who your brand is for, who you serve, what they get out of it, why you're the best person for them. So in an hour or less, you're able to create that sentence ASAP. And I know, right? I'm proud of it as well. Need to learn more modesty, but I'm proud of
it. Amazing, awesome.
So my website is actually ask.
So now you mentioned that to me before we got on this show that you have a program that you normally actually sell for $40, right?
Yes.
But for our audience today, which is so amazing, I was so excited when you told me this. For anyone that's listening on this show, this episode today, that program that's normally $40, everyone here will get it for free.
Yes. So
tell me a little bit more about that. How do people get this $40 product for free?
Yes. So if you are a listener of the Uncensored Society Podcast, then I have a gift for you because you're a listener of Kay and she's freaking amazing. And so by default, you are freaking amazing. So that's a gift for you. You are amazing. Those dimples are doing the work. So you can get the course at grow.forherempire.com. And the course will actually help you look at things from the three perspectives I talked about: the client, the business, and you. So it's a 3-day course. It's supposed to help you fix your business issues, especially your marketing issues, in 72 hours or less. So it's every day. There's a 20 minutes video. There's an assignment that goes with it. There are some tasks. You get it done. In 3 days, you have a solid marketing strategy.
Okay, amazing. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that. I know that's going to help so many people out in business. And in fact, you know, your perspective of seeing things differently, I'm sure people are now going to be going away and be like, hold on a second, I need to look at my marketing strategy all over again now. I need to make sure that this is how I'm actually viewing it and seeing it. And I'm sure it's going to change a lot of people's minds, heads, and there's going to be ideas coming out from that. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Abbie. I've loved having you here. You dropped so many bombs. And I can't wait to have you back on the show again. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and listening to Uncensored Society Podcast. All resources mentioned throughout the episode will be added to the show notes, and you'll be able to find them at the bottom as you scroll down. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and leave a review in iTunes. Thank you once again.